Okay. Okay, let's do it. Okay, here we go. We are now live. Now I'm working on the water signs. Okay, can I have a little sip of water here? Also for the water signs, okay, I'm gonna kind of like bring in a little bit more atmosphere. Enjoy that bird a little bit more. Okay, some of these beautiful flowers. All right. Yeah, it's all about staging. Okay, here we go, water signs. You guys can call me Lucky. Okay, so this is a reading that has a strong hoodoo influence, Judeo-Christian, Kabbalistic, etc. If you know anything about that, or if you are in, in and around New Orleans, then you should know all about it. All right. Right now, I'm going to be tapping into the earth energy. I'm sorry, not the earth energy, the water energy, and just going to tap into it. Now, I don't normally read cards that fall on the floor because I feel like they don't want to be a part of the reading. If cards fall on the table, then that's something different. Okay, then they kind of want to be there. If you're interested in personal reading, then at the Harlequin Cafe at gmail.com. You can have a personal reading, private reading. Okay, starts at $10. Okay, we can work our way up from there after 15 minutes. All right, $10 for every 15 minutes, basically. Okay, the Harlequin Cafe at gmail.com. If you're interested in any delicious medium roast, dark roast, or espresso roast coffee, or if you're interested in a fantastic chocolate out of Ghana from the rainforest, then you'll also be able to order that, and you can get more information from me if you reach me at the Harlequin Cafe at gmail.com. Okay. All right. Water. Oh God, that you would give me a word for water. We're going to start with a psalm. We're going to pull a major arcana card, and we're going to start with the psalm. It's going to be a general vibe over this reading. It's going to be based off of the first major arcana that we pull. Things never land on the table because I always shuffle down here. One thing I can't stand when I'm watching people read tarot is when they have like long intros and don't just get to the reading. So guilty as charged. Water. Okay. So our first major arcana card is the Death card, okay, crossing us. So let's look into our Psalms. Now, when we do the Psalms, we look at Psalms 119. I pull a major arcana card. We go to Psalms 119. From Psalms 119, we find the corresponding verse that has to do with the Hebraic letter of the arcana card. So, for instance, if the card is An, which I think is the devil, then we would read this one. But we are doing Death, which is number 13. The 13th number. Give me 1 second. Where's my... Oh, here it is. Okay, now I'm looking at this awesome table and chart from this Kabbalistic book by Sheikh Cicero, Tabitha Cicero. Okay, experiencing the Kabbalah. This is just a simple chart. It's in a lot of books, actually. And this one, I just want to double check that I've got. Okay, I just want to make sure that it was Mem, because I thought it wasn't. Okay, so this is Mem. Mem means water, and this is the overall psalm for this reading. Okay, thank you for being patient. Oh, how I love your law. I meditate on it all day long. Your commands make me wiser than my enemies, for they are ever with me. I have more insight than all my teachers, for I meditate on your statutes. I have more understanding than my elders, for I obey your precepts. I have kept my feet from every evil path, so that I might obey your word. I have not departed from your laws, for you yourself have taught me. How sweet are your words to my taste, sweeter than honey to my mouth. I gain understanding from your precepts. Therefore, I hate every wrong path. Okay, so this is about really not taking the wrong path, you know, and that path is a spiritual path. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Okay, so you want your you want your decisions to be based in the spirit, okay, and based off of what's for your ultimate good, spiritual good. Bobo, it's my doggy Bobo. Let's just say hi. Yeah. Okay, all right, you can sit here. Okay, all right. So now water. Crossing water is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, actually, I'm going to show you my reading style. Okay, here we go. It's a little messy because I forgot the camera. All right, so here's water everywhere. Okay, this is a classic Celtic cross. Okay, classic Celtic cross. All right, where we see the querent and the issue covering the querent. We see this is what I consider to be at your feet, to be helpful and resourceful at your feet or in your hands. Okay, this is a beneficial card. Okay, no matter what position it's in. Okay, this is the card that's you. This is the card that's issuing. This is what's at your feet, or in your hands to use, or in your environment immediately to use and take advantage of. This is what's more in your immediate past. This is what's coming up in your goals and in your headspace, in your thoughts. And this has to do with more of the physical manifestation of what's coming up in the future. Then we come down. This is now when you see the Celtic cross and you see those 4 cards on the side here. This is just reorganized here, where I see the environment. No, I'm sorry, this is not the environment. I see the situation, the querent again in a way. I see the environment around the querent. I see the hopes and fears of the querent. Now, if this is right side up or upside down, makes all the difference if I read this as a hope or a fear. Okay, this is another position-specific reading. And then finally, we come here to the final outcome, and this is a final outcome, but it's not necessarily it doesn't have as much of a physical influence as this one would. Okay, so these two obviously work together. Okay, and the benefit of this is now I can read them in these different grids and layouts and zigzags and blah blah blah, and so not the Celtic cross totally spread out and separated with itself. Bobo, sit. It's hard-headed dog. Okay, so as this water signs, I'm in Cancer, Moon, Scorpio rising. Okay, so this really relates to all of us. Okay, right now we are basically the 9 of Pentacles. All right, and it may not feel like this. I know it doesn't feel like this for me. I know it doesn't feel like money is coming to me all over the place. Okay, but this is what is the situation, that money is coming to us. Okay, money and prosperity and our own personal level of success. Okay, this is a person, as we listen to in the Psalm, this is a person that has followed the precepts, followed the laws, okay, has done what was right and what was true and what was just. And there may not be lots of people standing with you in that arena when you reach that level, but rest assured that it's a level of achievement, even if it's alone. okay? And that these resources are coming to you. Now, I love to see the separation of the numbers so that we can get deeper into what some of these mean. So now, you know, this is someone who is able to have a strong established home, okay, for themselves. Even if it's 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom studio or whatever it is, that it's yours, okay, and that's perfect for you and perfect, and that you've developed it, and you know that it's made for you and it's your custom spec, and you know that you may have had to move on and take things with you to separate yourself and isolate yourself for your own sake and for your own good, okay, for your own nurturing and for your own benefit, okay. There may have been quarrels or things. There may have been that you weren't alone before, but that even with the dissolution of some of these relationships, you still retain certain valuable elements of that in a material sense. Okay. Okay. Now you're crossed by death and change. Okay. So you're this person who has, you know, who is the potential, is on the precipice. You're on the precipice of success. You're on the edge of a massive change and shift. So what I think is really interesting as a double water sign, you know, with a Cancer moon and a Scorpio rising, is that I don't feel like all this money is coming up. But I know I've been promised lots of money. I don't feel like this big change and shift has come yet, but I can see that it's coming. Okay. So in the moment that I'm in now, I have to remember that a big shift is coming of resources, of elemental flux toward you. Okay. Okay. We're going to read more about this death card crossing us and the big change that's coming up and the transformation that's coming up and the transition from the haves and the have-nots kind of thing. You know, at our feet is we have, this is again what we have to work with. Okay. Even though this is the Queen of Cups reverse, you know, this is telling us that, oh, okay. See, now let me give you a cautionary tale though. We don't want addiction. Okay. We don't want drunken stupors, and we don't want wasting all of our money, and we don't want spending a bunch of money on intoxications and indulgences. And that could be, you know, drinking, smoking, eating, sex, pornography, you know, occultism and magical arts and things like that. We don't want to be dominated by that. We want to dabble. We want to dabble in those things. Okay. We have that in our benefit that we can actually, you know what, tune out a little bit. If our emotions are upset and we're, you know, and things that have happened to us, and, you know, we're frustrated and we're sad and we're moody and we're, you know, weepy and whatever else, that's okay, because that's an asset for you, because being able to do that is going to be able to break other people's hearts. Okay, in a good way, break down their defenses, not break in a bad way, like a broken heart. But you're gonna, when people have a hard heart, your emotional power, your emotional depth, your ability to go down into yourself and really pull up, you know, just your deepest heart. But remember, that deepest heart, you know, especially for us Cancers, is a pearl. Okay. And that we're able to go down and pull this thing up from the bottom. Okay. And not only do we, you know, and the death card is very scorpionic here also. Okay. And that, you know, when I'm seeing this card, you know, this could be kind of like a little bit of drinking and revelry. And this could be potent drinks. Okay. And addictive. Okay, something that tastes good, too good. All right, so we got to be careful of something that tastes too good, because this addictive thing is in our head right now. Okay, something we're addicted to. Okay, and we don't want to be addicted to wine, and we don't want to be addicted to liquid poisons. You know, remember that death is Scorpio. The Scorpio deals with poisons. Okay, and those poisons can be turned to medicines also. But you got to keep that medicinal, you're not addicted. Okay. So for instance, medicinal marijuana, you're smoking medicinal marijuana, It should be medicinal marijuana, not recreational marijuana. Okay. You shouldn't be addicted to it. Okay. You should just be sticking medicinal. If you're having a shot, a drink, whatever, fine. Help it settle your nerves, but it don't need to be finishing off the bottle at all. Okay. So watch that quality. We need to watch that, us water signs. All right. Now, coming from the past, we're coming from feeling cut off from money, cut off from wealth, cut off from what we've earned, cut off from just bounty and wealth that should be abundant, you know. And what I'm seeing in some of these readings is that there's these potential energies that are not being accessed and activated, and that there's these latent energies sitting here and that they're waiting to be released into our world. And I don't know if it has to do with we're waiting on the eclipses, but there is this simmering potential energy for money coming to you and success and relief of some of these, just a bit of relief, because we're going to start to rise. We're going to start to come back on top and find a newfound strength and power here. Okay, and we shouldn't be cut off from resources. We shouldn't be cut off from wealth, and we shouldn't be cut off from our children, and we shouldn't be cut off from our family, and we shouldn't be cut off from the things that make life worthwhile. You know, even the small luxuries. You know, there's some kind of destitution involved there. Okay, but coming up, you know, and again, like I've already addressed this. You know, we want to be careful. Want to be careful of having negative and kind of demonic thoughts and oppressive thoughts and being too dominant. Okay, like if we do those things, it's still got to be in moderation. Okay, keep it small. Okay, you don't have to have a big, you know, negative black ritual against your enemy. You know, just light a black candle. It doesn't have to be a big, like, you know, ceremonial thing. Okay, keep it simple, so you're not hooked in that addictive and the mental poisons that come with addiction, and any kind of thing related to the devil, anything related to any Capricorns going on, anything related to yeah, and that's Capricorn Scorpio energy crossing each other. You know, anything related to you know, just addictions, sex, magic, you know, loud music, even rock and roll, sex, magic, rock and roll kind of thing. You know, just too much partying, too much just personal revelry. You know, you don't want to be in that. This money is coming to you, and you definitely don't want that money being sucked out into your addiction. Okay, this money is coming to pay the bills. This money is coming to fix things. This money is coming to help you reposition yourself. Okay, and the environment right now is a certain stuck energy. You may be trying to link up with someone and having some difficulty, and you know, organizing a plan for yourself and for both of you that is on par. That is that's more than just a great idea conceptually, but that it's actually functioning logistically possible for you to execute some of these plans. You know, you may be trying to not only develop the plans, but also develop a time frame, you know, and it's just all these logistics that have to be worked out. Okay, I feel like that's the situation. You know, the situation is that, and that we're coming to this, yeah, we're coming to this great change. You know, once these logistics are worked out, I feel like this flow is going to come to you, and that these things are going to be washed. It's like these things and people and these things in the way are going to be moved out of the way, like eclipsed out. Okay. Remember, the eclipses are coming up, and they're going to be extremely powerful for us water signs, because, especially as Cancers, because, you know, it's a lunar eclipse. So it's the moon, it's water. Okay. All right. We've got a solar eclipse. Okay. The moon and the sun. Okay. So the moon really is going to be pulling us, and the environment is rich with energy. You know, there's forces are moving. Even people are moving on your behalf. The environment is bringing in some information. It may be some very factual legal information. You may see it in a way that is, you know, through the internet or through some kind of mass communication, some kind of medium that's from, whether it's speaking to you specifically or to everyone, it's just like, you know, some kind of mass communication medium. And yeah, it's like this energy is trying to work on your behalf. The environment is the environment wants to clear some things up. Like there's some injustice, I feel like. And you know, that either this could be a lawyer, this could be someone with finance, this could be someone with a really good idea and a notion that's coming in and helping whoosh, swipe out this stuff. And it's not necessarily like a long-term energy, this person here. Someone's coming. Okay, someone's coming. This person's coming, and they're bringing lots of just coming to set the record straight. Okay, in the energies, but like, you know, truth being revealed is that cards being put on the table, and that there isn't all these mysteries against us water signs, where we kind of like have a greater sense of understanding of what's actually going on here, because this is going to help move us into that change energy. And we may feel like things are difficult right now, but we're in a cocoon. Okay, and whether we like this cocoon or not, and whether it's tight, cramping, and binding, and all that stuff, there's a transformation that's going on in here. And in that cocoon, we have to remember that we're still protected. Okay, that our ambition coming out of that cocoon is that we have to say, "Oh, I'm coming out as a beautiful butterfly. I'm not coming out as a caterpillar again. Not let me get back to my caterpillar self. No, let me come out as a transformed butterfly, something totally different. Okay, be different. Okay." You know, your fear is that, you know, almost like I almost feel like you took too much. You took too much time or information, or you're holding too much close, you know, or you're fearing that these people aren't going to move and these obstacles aren't going to move, and that they're going to be constantly plaguing you. But that's not the case. That's not the case. You're going to be re-energized, almost, I want to say financially, in a material sense at least, where you're going to be able to reorganize yourself to stand your ground. Okay, you're going to be able to reassert your own passions and your own sense of authority and what you think should be happening in this world. Okay. Now, what I'm going to give you guys is an extended reading. Normally, I'll start charging for these, probably on Vimeo, and you know, but I'm going to give you an extended reading and show you how I cross some of these cards back and forth, and how we can get to even deeper hidden messages here. Okay, so this is, again, is a modified Celtic cross. The reason I like this 10 card grid like this is because now I can look and see, okay, well, how is the querent influenced by the situation, and how do they from there move to their hopes and fears? You know, how does that inform their hopes and fears? How is the environment affecting the querent and then affecting the outcome? How is the situation affected in the outcome? How is the situation affected in the environment, and what that person has the potential for that person to use? Okay, then I can look here at a more, you know, kind of subconscious netherworld kind of energy here. This is more of the physical manifestation, and this is more of the world of like thought and formation, bringing these things down into manifestation, into like a bit of another world kind of energy about it, like a more interpersonal, personal information, personal power. So this is, again, is extended reading, and you're lucky to get this for free. Yeah, guys. All right. So, you know, we're here, you know, we're seeing generally, like, I really want to break this down so that we're able to understand, you know, this fear. Okay. Being afraid, you know, the concern is that the partners aren't good partners. Okay. You're concerned about the people that are around you. Okay. And who you need to cut off and who you need to keep with you. You're concerned that maybe you can't trust the people that you thought you could trust, you know, and that information may be coming out that's revealing whether you can truly trust these people or not. And if these are the people who have been stealing from you and kind of blocking you, let's say blocking you from your ultimate success. Okay, and just delaying it. Okay. I don't like to say this, but I am concerned about a miscarriage. Like a secret miscarriage or a secret baby or something, and I don't know. Okay, so Even though I don't, but this all, the devil always has secrets. Like, people don't realize that. But anyway, so I am concerned that the people around you are not as kosher as they should be. Okay. When we're looking here to, we're looking from, again, the people around you, someone fresh is coming in with some information. This is maybe not someone that you've had a problem with trusting, okay, yet at all. Okay. Maybe this person hasn't really proved themselves necessarily to be untrustworthy. They may be interesting, but and maybe you may be put off by that, like, differentness about them, but they're coming in fresh, and they're coming in new, and they're coming in to bring in a sweeping kind of final energy to swing that sword, and they're kind of going to have your back. Someone's coming to have your back. Some energy is coming to protect you. Some energy is coming to co-labor with you and fight with you, and that you're not going to be, that whole feeling of aloneness is not going to be, is not forever. That person may not be here for a long time, but they're going to at least give you enough for you to swing back and fight back, and to establish yourself and reground yourself. You're also seeing concern about some plans, but when you get this money coming in, it's going to give you a better position to actually be active and to strategize. And yeah, see, you want to make, see, I see 2, 1, 2, and we'll say 3 wands here. So, it's going to give you a new sense of power to kind of reestablish your plans, and also your alliances, You've definitely got to watch opposition, but you've got to see which people are for you and in alignment with you, and which people are not. Some things are not in alignment. Some people do not belong. Some energies are deceitful. Okay. There is a deception here. There is definitely a deception here. Okay. And I feel like that's about to come out. Okay. But I feel like money's coming to you, and you're going to have this fiery energy be able to start fending off, and the people have maybe not been fully forthright, and that's who you really want to get rid of, coming from this energy, being cut off, and, the strange mystery around this woman. We don't want to, in reverse, I'm reminded of the whore of Babylon, the Empress, in the right side up, but in reverse, it's definitely that person who is entrenched in sexual gratification, and entrenched in that lustful energy. But what's happening here is that's somehow there's a payout from that. It's like there's a payout from what you didn't have before and what you weren't connected to. And this could be that Capricorn female even would a payout to you for doing that stuff. Okay. And like being like, yo, that's not cool. You thought that was cool, but that's not cool. I'm by myself because you were busy, being the whore of Babylon. And now that stuff's about to change. I'm about to have stuff come to me directly, and you're someone getting cut out. Okay. And that vibe getting cut out, because this stuff needs to be coming to you. Okay. And that this needs to transform from being reversed to the right side up, and that this needs to be your bountiful energy. Okay. That you should be receiving that and living in this life of the Empress of luxury and love. And that's, you're going to have to reorganize that. You're going to reorganize that when this person comes in with this information. Okay, so definitely look at that. Money is coming to you, resources coming to you, someone's coming in to help you and have your back. You want to watch having too many kind of addictive indulgences and idle time, and kind of sitting around wasting time while this person is working for you and these energies are working for you. You want to co-labor and get on point with that. You want to push out any non-productive energy, anybody that's just self-indulgent. A lot of this self-indulgent BS needs to go. Okay. And we've got to get on point. We've got to get focused, and we've got to get an action plan. So the best thing to do is plan before the money comes. If the money is coming in the future, start to make your plans now. Okay, if the money is coming in the future, make your plans now. So when the money comes, you're ready to pop. Okay, all right. Thanks, guys. This was 30 minutes. That's right on point for me. And, you know, I don't see anyone in here right now, but if you are interested in getting a private reading, it's for $10. You can email me at theharlequincafe@gmail.com. If you're interested in trying any of my, and I swear I will get you some products. I'll get samples. I will have this whole Facebook, this whole, not Facebook, this whole YouTube thing, probably, taken to a whole nother level, incorporating all kinds of other social media, including Facebook, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, if you're interested in anything like that, any of my awesome Scorpionic offerings, email me at theharlequincafe@gmail.com. Okay, talk to you later. Oh, yeah, like, don't like me, love me. Share, subscribe, ring my bell.